our subconscious runs 95% of the show. When it comes into this experience, that subconscious is the main motor, okay? And our subconscious internalizes different forms of stimuli and our experiences within this entire experience in order to conceptualize and develop different philosophies and perceptions about itself and the world. Your conscious mind is, our conscious mind is 5% of the show. Okay? The conscious comes out, does the does the introduction, does the greetings, is the host, and then the subconscious is the is the main event. So if we understand how important the subconscious is as far as affecting our behaviors, affecting more of our impulsive root actions and reactions to things, then everybody should be on a lifelong journey learning how to build an in-tune relationship with the subconscious, right? So the subconscious deals with, once again, internalizing stimuli in order to create different philosophies, concepts, ideologies, outlooks, and perceptions of self and, you know, others, and this experience and the external. So that relationship, the process of building that relationship, becoming more in tune with your subconscious, what affects it, how to filter it, the behavior that stems from it, that is the journey of you, you know, developing more self-awareness. That is you taking more steps down the path of developing more self-awareness in your life. We're just floating in the astral realm as frequency vibrations, la 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 la, and then one day we start vibrating with different vibes, different energies, different frequencies, and then we manifest ourselves into bodies, the flesh, how we want to be seen, how we express ourselves. Once again, more so correlating to that 5%, more so correlating to the conscious, more chosen forms of expression and how we want to be seen. Okay, so the subconscious is the gateway to who we really are. The subconscious is already the gateway. The subconscious is already the connection towards the astral realm. The subconscious is already the connection towards the place, you know, not saying we 100% leave the place, because we still have bodies there, even though we're in a physical body in this reality, but that's our connection, you know, to that space. The more you have understanding of your connection with things outside of this reality, now we're getting closer to a purpose. So there's a lot of things we're discovering building this relationship with the subconscious. We're discovering things about behavior. We're discovering things about purpose. We're discovering things, you know, about self-awareness in general. Okay? So everything about subconscious programming should be everybody's lifelong spiritual duty and responsibility to build more of a relationship with it. So with all of this being said, this is why the moon is very important. This is why the moon is the most important placement in your chart and all the activity surrounding it, from the degree to the sign to the house to the aspects to the fixed stars hitting your moon. Okay? Because all these influences affect how you go about your internalization process, how you go about subconscious programming. Okay? Now, we all have this free will to build more of a relationship with our subconscious, regardless of the state and type of activity our moon placement is dealing with. However, when we look at Cancer, which is ruled by the moon, building this relationship with the subconscious and gaining a shit ton of self-awareness from it, this is why they're the most powerful sign. Because this is a priority. This is a priority. This is not something Cancers wake up and like, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna just really reflect on things today. See how far a good brother, good sister have come in life. See where I'm at today. See what things I need to heal. No, that is 24/7. That is 24/7. You don't cry all the time for no reason. There's a lot to cry about when you're heavily reflecting on life experiences. Okay? And there's a lot to be happy and show gratitude for as well. But with all that being said, okay, this is why Cancer is the most powerful sign. Building this relationship with the subconscious and with the subconscious programming and everything that affects the subconscious is high priority. Now, the more you're able to program the subconscious, the more you're able to have a grasp on the reality and experiences, you go through. Okay? This is not saying the more that we build a relationship with the subconscious, we have more of a control over our reality. In through a certain perspective, you can say that, but that should never be the aim, trying to have full control over things in your reality. We all have to have something to be obedient to, all right? And obedient to our morals, obedient to our ethics, obedient to God, obedient, to possibly different missions and tasks from our spiritual family members. Okay, obedient to our goals, obedient to our discipline. And then through those standards, through that behavior, we navigate this experience. Through those behaviors, that's how we cultivate, a world of our own, within this reality. And this is how we gain more of a grasp and somewhat of a control over the people, places, and things that we attract. Okay? Now, speaking of that, this is a great segue getting into response. When you're responding to your life experiences, this is you building a relationship with your subconscious. When you're analyzing and observing your behavior within your relationships or certain impactful, significant experiences in your life, this is part of you taking steps to a path of programming and building that relationship with your subconscious. Responding. How we respond to things in life is everything. Regardless of what steps we take towards building a certain level of attraction to things and cultivating a world of our own and riding a certain frequency vibration to attract certain people, places, and things and opportunities in our life, yes, that should always be the aim. However, we can't control everything. So when things that are not in our favor show up on our front door, our response is everything. Our response displays our true character, who we truly are. A lot of us in here thought we knew who somebody truly was until we started seeing how they truly respond to things with their root feeling and emotion about situations. This is why a lot of people sometimes don't really understand their mates until y'all really get to move in. This is why a lot of dynamic relationships can manifest in college, not just because of the environment, not just because of the open environment and people experience somewhat of an adult life. When you get to like sleep over and spend that type of time and get a glimpse of what it is to live with somebody, depending on environment, campus, setup, experience that you had, relationship that you had, you're truly getting to see who somebody is. So a lot of us, vetting relationship, man, there's so many phases to vetting relationships. But this is why those type of circumstances will manifest. Because when I'm about to link you for this date, or I know I'm about to come over, I could prep my sun energy somewhat. I could prep my sun energy. I could prep how I want to, I could reaffirm how I should be demonstrating certain behavior and displaying certain, that's our sun sign. That's what our sun sign is doing. Looking in the mirror like, okay, I'm aware of this. I'm going to express myself like this. I want to be seen like this by this person. So I'm going to take these actions to be seen like this. Conscious, 5%, the sun. Now, me saying the sun correlating to 5% in the conscious mind, don't take that as saying that the sun is insignificant. We're not doing that. It's really just showing us how significant the moon is when it comes into programming the subconscious and building this relationship. But that is a lot of sun energy. That could turn into ego, how we want to be seen. Okay, now you get to this date, and certain things about the conversation may throw that perception of how you want to be seen off, because your moon, your subconscious may respond or react to something she or he said, or something that happened in that date, because that is your true processor before your actions and how you want and choose to be seen, which is 5%. Your true behavior. But past me linking you going to the date, I could prep my son before I go to this date. When we live with each other, when we start dating more, when we start spending more time with each other, leading up to possibly, taking the relationship to different levels and living with each other, the subconscious says, okay, man, we done trying to suppress son, 5%, kick the back door, all right, we in here. Let the comfort zone be established. Hence, what sign is Cancer and the moon? What sign is, what house is Cancer and the moon home in? The 4th house, the home environment. Who's hiding? Who's putting what perception up in the home environment? I'm at home. If there's anywhere I'm going to be myself, is the 4th house. Y'all know that picture with Rick Ross? He just laying on the couch smiling, and people memed it saying, this is how I feel when I come home from work and take my bra off. That's the vibe we all trying to be in the crib, right? So these are just different examples to understand why the subconscious is so important, and why Cancer energy is so powerful, and why, depending on, regardless of where our moon placements are at, or if you have Cancer placements or not, why that relationship with the subconscious is always important. And one of the most significant paths that we could commit and dedicate and devote ourselves towards in this human experience that we're navigating as spirits. And when we look at one that has a lot of Cancer energy, obviously this applies to other people when it comes to the subconscious and conscious, the relationship between the conscious and the subconscious. But when it comes into people that may have strong Cancer placements, Cancer, Sun, Moon, even Moon in the 4th house, depending on the different stimuli they've been exposed to, different experiences, different forms of karma. And because we know when it comes to our karma, all cycles, all things in our life, things that we're struggling with, these are things we transition from the past life having to learn how to deal with. Nothing just stops. Everything is just an extension, a sense of graduation. And us graduating through different forms of karma and different cycles of learning things takes us to different places. So when we look at, somebody with a lot of Cancer placements, and depending on what they've been exposed to, what they've been experienced, they struggle with this, let's say, the way that they program in their subconscious. They're building this relationship because, once again, that's going to be priority, but the concepts that they're building, the concepts and philosophies that they're internalizing about life through their experiences is negative, is victim-like, lacks accountability. Now, if you have Cancer placements, this creates a very hectic experience, because you're actually one of the first signs, if not the first sign, that's supposed to understand that, your feelings and emotions or thoughts are governing things that you attract. You're one of the first signs that's supposed to know that. A lot of Cancer start thinking about somebody, Cancer dominance, a person ends up calling you that weak. You could pull a lot of remnants of an experience to you just by concentrating on thoughts and feelings and emotions, because the moon moves so fast. The moon processes, things dealing with connection. It's moving amongst the ethers. All these different functions of the moon, you having that influence on your side is why you're able to reel in whatever's internal, whatever the subconscious is dealing with. Now, we're all doing this. This is how we all attract. We're all doing this. But Cancer, you're dealing with moon energy, so you're doing it quicker than others. So when the subconscious is being programmed around negative things, this creates a lot of cycles of detriment. This creates a lot of cycles of this Cancer having to learn, that yes, you're making it a priority to observe the subconscious to a degree, but the different concepts and how you're choosing to perceive things, or how you're choosing to program the subconscious, is a whole nother story. Okay? I always said this. I've said this for a while. When you learn to concentrate your emotional intention, you really start building your spiritual muscle with manifesting and creating. And Cancers, when Cancer dominance, them Cancer moons and suns and risings, when y'all really learn to really concentrate your emotional intention, right? And do your best to lean on all positive, optimistic, expansive themes in your subconscious. The way you guys start to work magic and be an example how you're supposed to be to others, or how you program the subconscious, and how everything starts with what's inside as far as how things result in the external. That's why y'all are so important, and that's why Cancer energy is so important, and that's when y'all really start understanding y'all magic some more, okay? Great power comes great responsibility, better yet than said. You know, I could talk about this more, I could make a part 2, but I did say I wanted to make a video and talk about why Cancer is the most powerful sign, or at least my outlook on it. Why this is a very, you know, popular theme in the astrology community. So this is my personal outlook on the things, and I wanted to just break down in the midst of that the relationship with the subconscious, why the moon is so important, okay, and how we all are experiencing these same processes as Cancer. Is just why Cancer has more things in their favor as far as how they're able to reel things in quicker, and how naturally the relationship with programming the subconscious is already more of a priority and responsibility. So they're already going to have more potential on building that journey with self-awareness than others, because that's just what they wake up and do. All right. But another phase would be what's programming the subconscious. All right, guys. Hope everybody received this, you know, from a space of growth. All right. Hope you learned something. Send this to a Cancer. Okay. Study and focus up on that moon placement. Everybody, we about to be in that Cancer energy right around the corner. So I guess this was a little warm up for that, but we still got a lot of Gemini energy to cover. Y'all already know the vibes. I love y'all. Peace.